So now I change my slide magnification, change my slide, I go to wide field imaging, which is better for have a thicker optical slice, and you can add the autofocus at continuous mode to monitor the focus level. And once you find that, we can repeat the same process that we define our overview area, say no, and then I will just to do, where's my, okay, so that's I can just do, go up, up, left, maybe even more, that's too much. So I don't see anything anymore. And let's say we start from here next. And I will just go to 1, 2, maybe not that many. Maybe there. And this will automatically keep a focus and scan. Say no. Scan. So now you have your navigator window and double click anywhere it will, except you have to do live. It will move to that region. And this basically, and move around. So this would be my preferred way to navigate around dish or slide, and it's much quicker and much easier than go through the IPs to find your cells. So that's the navigation with, and also wide field allow you to do a little bit more information than just single thin slice. So once you have your overview, you can do multiple thin. Of course, you just I would recommend to do wide field as I said, and later you can just say, okay, I want to do 3D multi-channel imaging. You can just overload this, and then you are in the right configuration. You can select the channel you want to work with, and adjust the display. Expand this will give you access to that to export time. And let's say you can, I don't know what's the value here, so 50 to 800, that's a little bit lower. And remember the confocal mode, you lose 90% of light, so don't be surprised you need to increase this quite substantially. Just the technology. And that way, give me a little bit better. Let me make sure it's in focus, I think. And summarize this in the 4,000 range, that's a reasonable number. And actually, I have somewhere here. And I can increase exposure time as well. And if you change here, you have to read the setting to update to this level. And then I will just do this for the green. And again, same thing, I need to increase my laser quite substantially, and this maybe I will just update here to 400 millisecond, and give me the second channel, and then I will just see if I have any red, yes. And again, a similar thing, if you can, I probably will double my exposure time here, because of that this value is low. So once you set this up, and then I will just again do my, you see this number is totally different, you can apply the new setting. That's the Z position. Right now, currently I will set maybe not 20 micron, I will just do 10 micron. That's enough for us to go through the cells to start an experiment. This will do 3D, 3-channel. Oh, I still have the autofocus on? No. Yeah, this one is still on. Let me just turn this off. Or just do autofocus now. But if you do 3D, remember you have to use single shot mode and find offset. and that beep tells us it found it. And then you just navigate around. You just add your position as you go. And you can just say, okay, this cell looks good, this area looks good. I don't know. Or just do that and that. I have to add this function now, or just go back to my Z window, just speed up a little bit. Or just do a really short 3D stack. So that way. So now that's where do position 1. 2, and so on. So you can, this is very useful. Let's say you want to do multi-position for a dish. If you do time lapse, you can combine this with multi-position to increase your throughput. Basically, you can enable this and add whatever time point that you want to do. And this we're enabled to do with autofocusing. It keep track and never lose drift autofocus. So right now, that's all the setting you need to do, except I didn't set up time lapse properly, but usually you do this for much longer intervals in order to use this focus tracking function.